Hey, what's going on, guys? Thanks for checking out today's video. So today we're back at it again in Legend League with some Blizz Lalo. Now I'm going to show you a couple of replays here of what I would consider like the basic way of doing this, and that's just going at the town hall with the blimp, which some people make very difficult. So this basic example here, had to take a very odd angle and risk that sweeper pushing the blimp outside. We do sneak it in there just barely, and we're going to be able to get the town hall and the inferno tower down, pull out the CC, kind of take care of everything. But yeah, and then we'll send in the Sui, and basically the idea here is if I get the town hall and the single, I could Sui the queen pretty easy. I've actually done this exact same thing on this base before and failed because I didn't funnel the king and queen into the enemy queen, and then the raid is a horrendous fail. So as always, funnels are super important and don't botch them. So here we're going to pull out these 3 ice golems, which are very annoying, but the wizards did weaken them up quite a bit, so they're going to go down here very soon to just the poison pretty much. Cut a funnel with the baby drag to get the king and queen into the enemy queen. I'm going to wall break both junctions here just so that we can get everybody up to that top side, because there's no way we could clear it out enough to get that second wall break in a timely manner to the core. So I said forget it. We'll just see if the king and the queen can get some decent value here. RC at 12 to pick off some of these buildings, keep the king inside the base as much as we can, and hoping the yak breaks the wall. He does. Everybody moves into the core of the base, and I'm going to start the Lalo here. Should have started it already, to be honest, but this is a problem I have. I fall in love with watching my Sui, and then I start the Lalo too late, and I time fail quite a bit because of that. But here we are with the Lalo. I went heavy with the loons that are going towards the core because there's a scatter shot kind of on the edge of the core there. I want to make sure that that goes down. So here we go. Went ahead and hit the tome because we know there's a lot of red bombs in the core as the balloons approach the core. So pulled a lot of those red bombs, doing good. Have a few balloons coming in from the backside to get the eagle. It always sucks to take on the eagle at the end of the raid, but with this many spells and a Sui that got that much of the base, it ended up not being a problem. So, but yeah, now we're just basically down to cleanup. We have tons of troops, tons of cleanup troops, and we have 2 Teslas over here that we missed at the 3 o'clock side of the base. And this is one of those things that can make me time fail at stuff just like this. So just waiting for this cleanup. Have 2 hounds live, which is a bit of a problem. Would have been nice if those popped. Could have made the cleanup go a little bit faster, but with the meta the way it is, with the air defenses outside, it's just what it is. All right, let's take a look at another raid. Okay, here we go again with another like diamond style base, or a 9 box base basically. And I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to come right at the town hall. And I do this, I come at the town hall like that when it's just, there's not a lot of Blizz value anywhere else. I'm just going to get the town hall and make it easy on myself a lot of the time. Not all the time, but a lot of the time. So here we come, bring it in the blimp, put balloons to go both directions to make sure we catch any SAMs that might be hiding around here. Don't mind the sweeper blowing the blimp just a little bit there. And here we go. Rage everything up. All we really care about is getting the town hall. The rest of it doesn't matter. We're just doing this so that we can save our warden ability for the core of the base. Found the NATO too, which is also very nice. Won't have to deal with that inside the base. And now we're going to go ahead and start our Sui here and bring our king and queen to go into the enemy queen. There we go. Everybody's working their way in. Nice and slow and steady, but we're getting there. Gonna take down the enemy queen, start the royal champ on the 1 o'clock to clear out the 12 o'clock inferno tower. There are 2 skelly traps there, so we're probably gonna have to invis our royal champ. We do. Did the king get locked on? No, he didn't. Okay. That wall break was terrible. I should have waited until that other compartment went down, but the yak actually broke that compartment open, so that worked out pretty nice. And here we go. Everybody's working their way into the base. Gonna have to deal with the witch and some super minions. Gonna freeze them. Probably could have froze that Inferno too. That was pretty piss poor freeze on my part. But the Royal Champ almost gets that scatter, not quite. And the Queen did not quite get the core multi either. We're just gonna start the Lalo into the sweeper because we need to get those scatter shots and that eagle down as fast as possible. We have the spell support, so it's not going to be that big issue. We can freeze the sweeper and the multi, which I'm pretty sure is what I do here. The ice golem is going to tank forever for those balloons down there at the bottom, so it's not going to be that big a deal. A little late with the freeze on the core there, so the balloons did not path the way that we wanted them to. But here we go. Now they're going to go into the core. Again, we have two hounds pretty much alive. One of them's almost at full health. One of them's almost dead, which is great. There we go. Got one of them popped. And we're going to have plenty of cleanup now. I believe this ice hound is going to want to pop as well. We had all of our hounds still alive. Jeez. There we go. Ice hound popped. Can we get the regular hound to pop? Would be nice. He should lead the charge into this single. There we go. And this should mean he pops as well. And then we'll have tons and tons of cleanup to get through this base. And he's going to distract. His pups will distract that wizard tower. So went pretty well here on this one. All right. Let's go ahead and take a look at another raid. Okay. So another diamond or boxish base. Pretty much a square base, but I consider this a diamond given where the town hall is. So we're going to, of course, we're going to blimp out the town hall. It's just what we're going to do on this base. Then we're going to sui for the king, or for the queen. Kind of hoping here to get the RC with the wizards. Really no guarantee that that's going to happen, but just something I'm hoping for because the RC is right behind the town hall. Pretty good chance that we could make that happen. And there they go. Wizards move up. We are going to tag that RC. Make sure we invis them again just to be sure we got it. Going to get rid of these ground skellies as well. Okay, and now we can start our Sui hero into the enemy queen over here where the multi-target Inferno is. Just slowly working our way in with the king. I like to have the unicorn on the king and the yak on the queen because it seems like a lot of time having the yak on the queen, she ends up breaking into the core of the base, whereas normally the yak would just die because he's with the king and he gets beat up immediately. So anyways, here comes the CC. We got super minions, we got archers, and probably headhunters in there. Not going to be that big of a deal. Just going to slowly work our way through. There goes the RC and the queen. Did get that wall break to the core. We did find the NATO with the king, which is also very nice. We have queen ability, so we might be able to get one of these scatters down. And we're bringing the Lalo. The scatter was targeting the king too. It was pretty clutch tanking on his part. Bringing in the rest of the balloons around the 12 o'clock side of the base to make that push. Queen is still working on the core, which is pretty incredible. We're going to freeze up the scatter and the wizard tower and the sweeper and the Tesla all together. That was an OP freeze. Everybody's working their way into the core. We tome through the core, through the eagle shots. And this is looking like we're probably going to get a good triple here. Going to freeze everything up on the back end. We have a haste. Haste into that multi and air defense. Baby drag on the back end for cleanup. And we are looking very strong here. Okay. And on this time, it looks like all the hounds have popped too, which is nice because you don't usually have a cleanup problem if all the hounds are popped. Let's take a look at one more raid. Okay. Another example here of a good reason to go at the town hall. Look at all the value at this town hall. And this is an oldish style of base. I think the buildings might be orientated a little weird, but I've seen versions of this base floating around, many versions. Probably an old Itsu base or something. But here we go with the loons and the blimp. Gonna go ahead and drop it right on the scatter there. Try to get that town hall down. and see if we can't get both scatters down. You never know. It just kind of depends on what the wizards are targeting, how well you do your invis. Right there, I did the invis so that I would get the scatter that they're sitting on. And there we go. Got the town hall. Gonna get the queen. And we're not gonna get the second scatter, but that's fine. We will make it work regardless. So now we're gonna send in our heroes to take down that other scatter and the enemy RC and the enemy king. I like to bring a bowler with my Sui heroes because they skip damage skellies. So when a skelly trap pops up, the bowlers they skip damage it and take care of them really easy. So I lost one of my headhunters there to the enemy royal champ. I thought I was distracted and it wasn't. She just killed my freaking headhunter. But we do still have a headhunter, so I'll put the RC probably into the enemy RC with the headhunter and take that down. Here we go, just pulling out the CC before we poison. Need to make sure it gets everything pulled out. And it did. And now we just got to take care of this hound. Nothing is really shooting our troops. The yak is going to make short work of that mortar. All right, so we poison for the pups. There we go. Gonna go ahead and use the RC ability soon. Probably should have froze here. There it is. A little late on that freeze. Gonna start the Lalo opposite the heroes because there's just nothing over there to have to worry about. There's no sweepers left. We're just gonna push directly into that Inferno and then everything at the Eagle. Here we go. Gonna freeze the Eagle and the Wizard Tower, which nice freeze value there. A lot of traps here in the core. We still have the Warden ability. Probably could have swagged it if we wanted to. But gonna go ahead and use it there to save those balloons from the Eagle shots. And we have a little bit of cleanup on the back end, not a ton. I don't think we popped either one of our hounds. The Ice Hound popped because it went into a single, but the other two hounds basically probably still full health. So cleanup was a little bit of an issue on this one. All right, one more raid to show and that's it. So actually we went like 289 on this day, I think, or 290, something like that. Where does that replay at? I think it's right here. Okay, so this is an example of when I don't go at the town hall. I can get both a scatter and a multi-target Inferno and the queen if I get the blimp on the corner junction between the scatter and the Inferno. So there's an air defense there, which is a good anchor point. We should be able to fly it across the cannon and send the blimp right into that angle, that corner, and we should be good. So that's what we're going to try to do here and see if it works. There goes the hound and a balloon and the blimp. Queen is stuck on the hound. That blimp angle was piss poor, but we do manage to somehow sneak it in there anyway. And we put the rage to fill up that compartment. And there we go. Everything's looking good. We got the queen, the Inferno down. Just waiting to get the scatter shot down and hopefully chain some of that CC. Yep, there we go. And this is looking pretty good for value. All we have to do now is make sure we get a good Sui on the town hall and we should be fine. Okay. Gonna have to deal with that CC. Just kind of thinking about, do I just place the heroes? So I do. I was thinking about pulling that minion over and getting it with the baby drag. In the end, I decided forget it. The king could heal up with his unicorn from anything that minion decides to do. Plus, I wanted that baby drag for the funnel into the town hall. So here we go. Got the wall break. Got 2 wall breaks. Forgot to funnel the king, so he's going outside now. Gonna send the RC with the queen because we didn't get the wall break into the town hall, but the yak is gonna break us in there, so a little bit lucky on that. Here we go. Gonna invis the queen. RC stuck in the NATO, so she doesn't really take... Oh, I think she did still take the town hall blast there, but anyway. Gonna start the balloons now because I want to try to keep some of these troops alive. The queen still has ability, which we use now. Here come the balloons. Slowly working their way in. Went ahead and froze for that Inferno. We're going to haste through it as well, which some people say don't do a freeze and a haste, but here we go, working our way into the base. Balloons are all grouping up kind of in a bad way, but they end up splitting into that eagle, which worked out so nice. And there we go. Got ourselves into the back compartment at the end there with a ton of balloons. Queen was alive until right then, but she went into the core, found some giant bombs. Lots of cleanup. Still have an ice hound alive, but the other hounds look like they popped, so cleanup should not be a problem here. And there we go. So that's going to do it for today's video. Doing a lot of Blizz Lalo. Hope you guys are liking it. And yeah, it's a challenge, but it's fun. I'm still learning. I fail a lot. But anyways, I'm rambling. I'll see you guys in the next one.